Today we're taking the ghost hunter with the most hunter, Luigi, out on 6 art challenges. It should be a beautiful disaster. Up first, we have the From Memory Challenge. Now, Luigi is skinny Mario, right? That's kind of all we're going for. So I knew some basic ideas, and I figured I could get the rest of the way on just sheer goodwill. Turns out I didn't know a lot about Luigi, and my actual end result is not perfect. But you know what? He's a charming lad nonetheless. Really got to get in there with nose and mustache. Now, did you know Luigi has a different mustache than Mario does? I didn't know that. Turns out I'm just a bit of a fool. Speaking of which, my name is Patrick. I'm an artist. I like to have a good time doing art challenges, drawing stuff, having fun here on the internet with art. And I want to thank you for joining me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to check out more challenges like this. I got a couple on the channel, but there's more coming. And there's always a live stream around the corner. For now, this is our Luigi as he's coming together. You can see me just nudging him a little bit, trying to get him into sort of a ideal position for Luigi. Big belly, tall body. That's the boy I know. And so we get in here with his body, trying to figure out what we're going to do. I think we want him to do a thumbs up or something. I don't remember. Go real lanky on that body. Forget the belly. Go lanky. It's going to be good. Are you a Luigi fan, or are you like a Mario stan? Let me know what you think about the two of them and why Luigi is the better brother. I don't know where the idea that Luigi is a scaredy cat came from. I feel like Luigi does everything Mario does up until a certain point, and then just eventually Nintendo's like, you know what? What if we just made him scared of everything? Like, there's a reason why the other brother is the big brother. I don't know. I think they did dirty by Luigi. Although, let's face it, Luigi Mansion games, good times, lots of fun. What is your favorite game with Luigi in it, and why is it Paper Mario? I do love the Luigi in the Paper Mario series that just sort of runs around telling stories and just sort of half making up stuff. We're getting started on the line art here, and I'm pretty happy with this Luigi. I know, having finished this challenge in advance, that what we've got here is wrong, but it doesn't feel that wrong. I feel like I have a chance to be close to Luigi. You would look at this and say, that's meant to be Luigi, but it's not Luigi. I used to play Mario games like all the time when I was a kid. Our very first system was a Nintendo, and it came with the basic Mario game, and I loved that. My absolute favorite is, of course, Super Mario. 96 star, baby, every single time. Get through those hard levels, tubular and the like. And it was just my favorite thing to play. And I could still... Back in the day, I used to be able to almost speedrun it. Not because I was playing it to speedrun, but I was just really fast because I knew exactly what to do. You can see me finishing out the line art here. Positioning out these hands. Oh, hands. We love you, hands, but you're a terrible thing to have to draw. And I think that's going to be it for our Luigi from memory. Up next, we've got the opposite hand challenge. I, of course, am left-handed, and this time I'm drawing with my right hand, and oh, it feels so wrong in my hand. I've said it before that the Apple Pen is hard to draw on the Apple. The glass, plastic on glass is real tough, but when you go to your other hand, I lose all sense of control, because apparently my right hand I've never used for anything ever. And so it's really just a matter of trying to get lines together in a way that works, and it doesn't work. And so you can see me here just trying to get line art in as fast as possible. And fast as possible doesn't really mean all that fast in the end, because like, look how slow this is. But honestly, I just got to get it done. And there's no good way to do this. You just got to run at it as fast and as loose as you can. So you can see me getting the stuff in here, get those eyebrows in, and moving on towards the hat. While we're at it, did you see the animated Mario movie that came out last year? I think the answer is probably going to be yes, because it was the most successful video game adaptation of all time. And if you clicked on a Luigi-based thing, you've probably seen a Mario-based thing. Did you like the movie? Did you enjoy the characters, the voice actors, all that stuff? Lots of controversy around that, as always. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Like, it was very fun, which I think is something that gets lost in our approach to film these days, right? Like, we think, oh, it needs to be a cinematic masterpiece, and it needs to be like epic in the vein of like a 30 series Marvel cinematic universe, but like just a fun movie where I can sort of laugh and like my niece can laugh, I think is pretty good, pretty valuable to our society as a whole. And so I really liked it. I hope they do some more of those sorts of things. What Nintendo property would you like to see become a movie next? Is it Zelda? Is it like Animal Crossing? Pokemon? I guess Pokemon's been a movie. Maybe a Metroid movie? That'd be kind of cool. That'd be real something, those space pirates. Right now it looks like Luigi is one of those guys who's wearing like a bucket strapped to him. Like, he's got no shirt on and he's just got like the straps of a bucket over the top of his torso. That's the Luigi that I want to see. Be brave, Nintendo. Get us Bucket Luigi. And he's coming together here. I think he's a bit loose. It's like this Luigi is, you know, a little bit high, maybe a little bit off kilter, and just trying to survive without falling apart. Get these legs in here. We're just about at the end. And that means it's time for us to check out the final reveal of Luigi with my wrong hand. After opposite hand, of course, is closed eyes. You can see me there for posterity's sake with my eyes closed. And, you know, it's always a bit off the rails because I can't see the rails. So how can I be on the rails? This poor little deconstructed Luigi is not doing well. But you know what? He'll keep at it. Did you ever play Super Mario 2? Which the American Super Mario World 2? Super Mario 2? I don't know. How? The one where it's just a dream the whole time? That game was crazy because of the different jumps that the different characters could do. Luigi was a real wreck. He could jump the highest, which is impressive given that Mario is known for his jumping skills, but he was a bit of a loose cannon, real floaty in the air. As if on ice, basically, at all times in the air. And this guy here feels like he's a bit floaty in a different way. But we're getting this arm in here, and I think we're pretty close to the end of our closed eyes one. You can tell it was done with the closed eyes because it's trash. Here's the final reveal. Next up is the 1 minute challenge. We've got Luigi here, and we gotta draw him in 1 minute. Now, we've had some practice. We've made our from memory, and we've done our opposite hand and our eyes closed, so it should be super easy to get done in a minute, but it's not, because a minute is not very long, and so we gotta rush these lines in here. It's all about getting the lines in as quick as possible while committing to what we've done, because you can't really go back and change all that much. Getting the hat on here, doing pretty well. I can see the Luigi in this one already. If you had to be Mario or Luigi, would you prefer to be Mario because you got to wear red, or would you prefer Luigi because you got to wear green? I guess what I'm saying is, if you had to wear their clothes, which would you prefer to wear? I feel like the green is a little bit more subtle. Like, the red is a bit much. So I think I might side with Luigi on this one. Even though I know the real answer is we'd all go for that sweet purple and yellow that Wario wears. Maybe the black and purple that Waluigi wears. There we go, that's 1 minute. Now it's time for us to draw this with the finger. I, of course, use an iPad, so I put down my Apple Pen, turn on the settings to use my finger to draw with, and the disaster follows. Speaking of disasters, our good boy Waluigi. What's the deal with him? He kind of exists, and he's a very strange entity. But I love his look. I feel like out of all the characters in the Mario world, Waluigi gets his own vibe real strong. Like, he knows who he is and what he wants from this world, and he's getting it every single day. Speaking of knowing who they are, it's getting harder and harder to recognize Luigi in our drawings. As we get further and further from what was already a half-truth in the memory version, our Luigi is falling apart. But it's okay. You know what, Luigi? You have the time to be you, buddy. Don't you worry about it. Just continue to be the Luigi you were born to be, and I'm sure everything will turn out perfectly fine. You can see me getting here with the mustache. The hard challenge with the finger is that the way that the iPad responds to my finger versus the way that it responds to the pen is so dramatically different that all the information I have about drawing on the iPad goes out the window. It suddenly just becomes a real mess. But it's my beautiful mess, and I'm so glad to share it with you. I'd rather share a mess with you than nothing with nobody. I don't know what that means, but it sounded a bit poetic, so I said it anyways. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you join in as much as possible. I really appreciate you being here, and you don't want to miss the next one, so hit that button, do the stuff, and it really helps the channel out. We're getting in some Luigi pants here. Real close to finishing this one up. All we need to do is get some legs on here and one more arm, and we'll be at the finish line, and we can move on past the atrocity that is drawing with my finger. It's just real slow, right? Just don't have the time. No, I don't have the skill. I have lots of time. No time limit on this one. Just hard work. All things considered, I think this hand turns out pretty good, which is saying a lot for hands. All right, let's check out the final reveal of our Luigi drawn with my finger. Last but not least, we have with reference, and here is where the truth wins out. I begin looking at what Luigi's supposed to look like, and I realized the core thing that I got wrong, among other things, is that mustache. He doesn't have the weird sort of like choppy mustache that Mario does. He just has sort of two halves of a mustache. So half circles on his face, and that's who Luigi is. And you know what? All power to him. You go, Luigi. You be you. Just a reminder, last week I put out a video all about a comic I made in 9 hours. You can read that for free over on my website. Make sure you check that out. You can also get the high quality version for $1 over there. I'm trying to talk about this because I really enjoyed it. I love making the comic, and I'd love for you to have a chance to check that out. Make sure you watch the video and check out that link on my website to read the comic. So we can see Luigi coming together. I'm still not actually quite where I want to be with him. You can see me nudging the lines just to try to get them more in place. This is the classic problem of trying to draw sort of a 3D entity in 2D and the mix of things you got to figure out. A lot of drawing is about making choices, right? You got to choose what you want to emphasize, what you want to work on, what you want to get perfectly accurate. And sometimes when you get one thing accurate, you can't quite get the other thing accurate. And so it's important to realize that like perfection isn't really the goal, and that you can make choices and they will produce results of their own kind. And those results are beautiful and wonderful in their own right. So we got Luigi's body coming in here. You can see his pants getting some actual shape to them this time. And I think I realized that he doesn't have a big pocket. I thought he had a big pocket, but I don't think he does. He just has the dungarees. And he wears gloves. I didn't put any gloves on the previous versions. Oh well. Imperfection, thy name is art challenges. What characters would you like to see me challenge myself to draw in the future? Is there someone that I'm missing? Is there another Nintendo character you'd love to see? Feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I love hearing from you, and your support goes a long way to encouraging me to do more in the future. I get a bunch of comments every so often from people saying, hey, I can't believe that you don't have as many people following you, or your channel isn't as big as I think it should be. And I gotta say, I really appreciate those comments. I know that the world I'm working in here online, I can't control a lot of things about it, but I strive to make good quality videos that are fun to watch and cool art to enjoy. And it warms my heart when somebody reaches out and says, hey, I think what you're doing is great, and in fact I think it's better than the attention you're getting for it, blah blah blah. And it's not because I need the attention, but because it reminds me that I'm doing the thing that I want to do, and I'm doing it at a level that I should be proud of. And so thank you to anyone who puts in the comments, who reaches out, who chats with me about their thoughts about what I'm doing. It always is well received, and I really appreciate it. You can see the line art coming here on our Luigi, making a few small adjustments just to sort of land exactly how I want him to land. I think he turns out all right. Again, he's not going to be perfect in the end, but he is Luigi, much better than any of my other ones. And of course, with reference, I do have a better chance of doing that anyways, and so that's great news. And you can see me trying to just get the details of these jeans together, trying to balance sort of detailed lines versus, you know, an over-reliance on line art to create shape. Luigi's a very simple character because he's an animated video game character, and so like he doesn't have a million things going on his body at any given time. And so, you know, to balance some of those details versus what you're going to ultimately end up doing. And so you can see me trying to make some decisions about the lines here, about his body, just to adjust so that it feels more accurate. Also, at this angle, it does look like his dungarees are like a frog smiling. So bonus frog for all you frog lovers out there. And you can see me getting those jean details. Denim like a jean, to quote Ocean's 11. And yeah, I think with that, we're just about at the end of our line art here. Let's check out the final reveal of our Luigi with reference. I really like how he turned out. I hope you do too. And that's going to be it for our Luigi in 6 art challenges. I really liked it. Which one was your favorite? Which version of Luigi would you like to hang out with? Which version would you want to avoid at all costs? And why is it the closed eye one? And I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. Thank you so much for watching. If you're kicking around still, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like, share this video if you thought it was fun. And of course, till next time, keep being awesome. Bye!